I really, really, really need to get some sleep. I am so tired. My name is Melissa, and this is the Couch Mom Club.
No. We have a new intro. Roll it.
Besides needing to get a bunch of stuff done around the house, I have some personal goals that I need to achieve before this year is over. And in order to do that, I need to get some sleep. I need to get some good sleep. I don't even know when the last time I hit REM was. Now, I know some moms are going to be really upset when I say these two words, but I'm going to say them anyway. I need to sleep train my baby. Yep, I said it. I need to sleep train her. I know. For all the co-sleep mamas out there, I'm with you. I get it. It was fun while it lasted, but for me, that season is over. I need to get this girl in her crib, sleeping on her own, not for her, but for me. A part of that was getting her room done. Yes, I know I'm late in the game. She is 5 months old now, and she has been sleeping in the bassinet, sleeping in her chair beside me, but not sleeping in a crib for the first 5 months. Originally, we thought we were just going to put the two kids in the same room, crib on one side, bed on the other. They'll figure it out, we'll figure it out. But then an opportunity opened up and we were like, we need to give her own room. So that's exactly what we did. I went through a whole lot of ideas, different polls that I did on Instagram, just to kind of get a feel for what I wanted to do. Now, of course, some of you know that I'm also trying to save some money to accomplish some other goals. So I had to do it all on a budget. So with the lavish plans that I thought that I needed, and the budget that I was actually working with, I came up with something that I think she will grow to love, and I think that I am totally pleased with how it turned out, and you can be the judge as we unveil what I've done to Noelle's room. So I started with an idea that I wanted flowers on her wall. I was going to make an accent wall and use it as kind of a focal point in the room. And I started researching. Now, if you've ever seen that beautiful wallpaper with the peonies and the lilies, it's beautiful. If you've ever seen it done professionally and done well, it makes for a beautiful piece in the room. But that joker is expensive. That wallpaper, it's a pretty penny. And as I said before, I needed to do this room on a really slim 0 to 0 budget. I was very, very strict with how I managed to pull this room off. And I was not about to spend over $300 on an accent wall. I mean, some mamas have it. Kudos. Do your thing. When I reach certain goals, and I will redo another room for either myself or for her, or if I have another daughter and I have that $300 budget to spend on one wall, perhaps I'll do it. But I decided that I was going to paint it myself. Now, some people are thinking, did you just wake up one day and decide, hey, I'm gonna be a painter? No, I have actually been a painter all my life, really. At least I started when I was really young. I've won several international competitions for my artwork, and I paint from time to time in my spare time. But this was not an undertaking that I was just doing blindly. This is something that I've done before, not on this scale, but I have painted before, and I thought to myself, why don't I just paint it? So that led to another thing, and boom, we have this entire room that we have done on like a $0 budget just for this little girl. And we're just hoping that she loves it. I painted the flowers. I also reupholstered some old furniture that we had using fabrics that I found in my basement. And the whole story about finding things in my basement. If you've known me for all this time, then you know that our basement is a little bit of a, what shall I say? An it drawer. Do you have an it drawer? I love it drawers. It's like that drawer in your house where you just like throw everything in there. And like you'll have things from the kitchen, things from the bathroom, you'll find a toy, things that you just don't quite have a spot for, you just kind of throw it in the it drawer. And if somebody opens that drawer, it's almost like a wonderland of things. That's kind of like what my basement is. And some of that is not me. Some of that is my wonderful husband who you met in the last video, who just likes to collect. So we have basically a collection of just about anything and everything in our basement. Things from projects that we've started and have not yet finished.
They have a purpose.
And things that we've collected that we think are going to make great projects in the future. Fabrics that we've stumbled across thinking that we would purpose them for different things but have not yet got around to them. That basement is literally a wonderland for a crafter like myself. That DIY mom that I think that I have just matured and grown to be. So doing this bedroom was not a hard task in terms of finding different things to use and different things to repurpose so that I can make that space beautiful for Noelle. We did it in about a week. It wasn't really a long period of time. We did not want to give ourselves too much time because one, my son was spending some time with his godparents, and we thought by the time he gets back home, we wanted this thing to be finished, completely done. We wanted her to be in her crib and we wanted Teo to be in his big boy bed. It was the plan. We stuck to it and we got it done. To my surprise though, sleep training was not that hard. It was actually a dream. I don't know if she just wanted her own space this whole time. On night 1, she woke once. On night 2, she didn't wake at all. And she's been sleeping through the night ever since. I want to go back to talking about sleep training. So the whole time I knew that I was going to document my journey with creating a beautiful space for Noelle. And I knew that I was going to post a video. What I didn't know was that a week before I was getting ready to film everything for this video was that I was going to see a post about sleep training. And one of the things that really annoyed me was this post with like 2 columns. One was with mom and one was in the crib. And it was naming all these things. When you're with mom, you have milk. When you're with mom, you have warmth. When you with mom, you have cuddles. You have love. You're not alone. And when you're in the crib, it's cold. When you're in the crib, there's no food. When you're in the crib, you're hungry. When you're in the crib, you're alone and by yourself. And I thought, oh my goodness, just stop. Because whether you co-sleep or whether you sleep train or however it is that you make it through to the next day, I don't think there's any shame and I don't think there's a problem with it. If you're a co-sleeping parent, kudos. Excellent, good on you. Way to go. I'm not one of those people. I need my independent, get into my deep sleep REM, not waking up because I hear crying, not waking up because I hear a stir. I need that sleep. I need that kind of rest. My body needs it. My mind needs it. And I could not achieve that with baby beside me. Even when she was sleeping sound, I would still wake up. I don't think the crib is a cold, alone, hungry place. I think it is good for me as a mom to be at my utmost best for this child and her brother. For me to sleep is a good thing for them. Also, the crib I find has its benefits for them too. She was never sleeping as sound as she was until I put her in the crib. Some babies don't need that cuddly, warm, suffocating environment underneath my bosom. Some babies need their independence. Like, it is not even that serious. I don't think it's that serious. Listen. If you want to co-sleep and have a hot box room with everybody's sweat and stale milk juice and all of that, go for it. But I need my space, and I believe that if my babies are anything like me, they thrive in that space too. Do not get me wrong. When it's time to cuddle, I will cuddle. I will neglect everything on earth to sit and snuggle up with my babies. Trust me, I've had dishes piled up. So I will neglect a chore or two so that I can have snuggle time with these guys. I will postpone a nap time just because I'm getting my snuggles in. I will do all of that stuff. But when it comes to needing to focus and needing to be at rest, yeah, that crib is really important to me. I had to like just say, listen, we're getting this room done. We're gonna sleep train, which wasn't really a training. She more trained me to sleep. Teo is also in a big boy bed, and you know I had to do a little bit of something to his room too. So I was in both rooms just, you know, getting it ready, making it nice. And I thought for sure all of the stuff that we were doing to get her in her crib and sleeping through the night is all gonna go to the trash once Teo gets home and starts sleeping in his bed. Teo slept in his bed very well. I was so shocked. Sleeping overnight with that kid is a dream. There were times when I was worried that he'd like flip out of bed and fall, but so far, not once. We have woken him up where he's totally on the opposite side of the bed. Nap times? He figured out just recently that he can get out of the bed. He doesn't do it at night, but he sure does it at nap time. And all I hear is knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Mommy, not in the bed. Mommy, I not want to sleep. All I do is go in, pick him up, put him back in his bed and say, it's time to nap. The point is that I did sleep training for both my kids. Teo was a little bit harder, not that I had difficulty, but that it took him a little longer to get. Noelle got it on the second day of sleeping alone independently, and I am pro sleep training. I'm also pro co-sleeping if that's your thing. Do what you want to do. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, I knew for sure, I did not want littles in my bed. And it's not like they're going to be cuddling up with dad. They're going to be under me. And I am not, don't touch me when I'm sleeping. That's my position in life. Like if I'm trying to sleep, don't touch me. And in order to sleep and in order to sleep well, I needed that space. So I have both kids sleeping in their rooms. Both kids sleeping through the night. Now the post that I read was like, I don't know why moms are so obsessed with their babies being independent. I make the breakfast. I get them changed, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing all that stuff that proves that they're not totally independent. But a child that can feed itself, a child that can put his own shoes on, a child that can sleep through the night, you know, all of those little things to help make my life a little bit easier, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm not really gonna say that all of this stuff around sleep training is somehow taking away the parent-child relationship. Like the dependency of a child on its mom and father, that's not gonna get ruined because a kid is sleeping through the night. It just, for me, boosts my energy and gives me more time during the day when I am at my best self. If I am rested, I am at my best self. Some people say that you can rest well when baby's with you. I'm not one of those people. You can decide if you're one of those people and do whatever suits you. But the main thing that I got out of all of this, the best thing, my favorite takeaway, was that I was able to create a beautiful space on a very, very limited budget for my daughter. And in that space, I was able to pray for her. I was able to worship. It was time well spent. Well spent. And although that massive wall seemed like a huge undertaking to begin with, every inch of it was worth it. And I would not do it again, at least not for this kid. But I enjoyed it and I hope you do too. Listen, I want you to put a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the room. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. Do you like it? Because I love it. And I want to know if you have any questions because I would be happy to answer all your questions. And of course, I want you to join the club. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell so that you're notified when I post new videos. And you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video.
Okay, mommy's done now.
Oh.
Now you can say hello.
How was your nap?
It was very great.
Did you have a dream?
Yeah.
What did you dream about?
I'm about Paris.
You dreamt about Paris?
Yeah.
Whoa. I really, really need to get some... I forgot he was there.